Now, I am not a minimalist, but I have noticed that the way that I think about what I buy is starting to change during the season of my life. Now, I thought I would just sit and chat with you guys, grab a drink if you want. I wanted to talk today about this because I do think a lot of us are noticing the same thing after we turn 50. Now, I used to buy things just more on impulse, or well, because they were on sale, or just because I like trying new things. I still do that sometimes, but I don't want to pretend I've stopped, completely buying things on a whim. But now I do find myself asking more often, do I really want this? Will I actually use it? Will it add to my life or will it just take up space? Here's an example. I just bought a Ninja Creami like at the end of last year and I love it. We originally bought it because I wanted to make frozen ice cream. I'd seen all my friends on YouTube doing it, and I still do that, and I'm still learning. But one day, kind of on a whim, I decided to just try making a smoothie with it. It worked really, really well. It worked so well that I've basically stopped using my bullet blender now, my little mini one. And even if I don't freeze the ingredients for the Ninja first, I just toss them in and it makes a really nice smoothie. And the texture is amazing. I like the texture. Now, I am still keeping my bullet blender, and if we have company and I want to maybe I don't know make frozen drinks like pina coladas or margaritas, I still pull out my full size blender for that, and I still use my food chopper. But for every day, the Ninja Creami is sitting on the counter, and it's my go-to. I don't have to have a bunch of things on the counter. That's what I mean by I'm not trying to, get rid of everything. I'm just being a little more mindful of what I, bring into the house. And I'm just making sure that it really fits my life now. There's just two of us in the house most of the time. So I don't need to have a big full blender on the counter anymore, like things like that. It's also showing up in other areas too. Like, I used to be like kind of quick to buy like a new, kitchen gadget. John's the worst. He's gotten better. Honestly, sometimes we still do it, but now I've trained him to ask, well, will we really use this? Or is it going to end up in the back of the drawer? Now that he's retired and he's doing dishes more, he's more sensitive to this. It has helped. I still buy like fun pieces of even like clothing sometimes. Like recently I bought a pair of barrel jeans. They were fun. I will enjoy wearing them, but I don't just buy things. I don't go out and buy a bunch of things just for fun. I don't know. I feel like I used to do some of that, like shopping therapy. I don't do that anymore. And with home decor, this is another area where I have started to notice a shift. I used to love, picking up just little things here and there, inspiration piece, and I still do, but not just for the sake of it. And plus, now that we're traveling more, I've started using some faux plants. Like I have faux plants in almost every room now. It's simpler. I don't have to worry about someone coming over to water my plants when we're not here. Honestly, the faux plants I've found, really brighten up the space, and they just add a nice touch without the extra maintenance. We still have our rose bushes outside and a few things outside, but for the most part inside we only have a couple of real plants. I also don't just put a bunch of pictures up anymore. I've really made space on my walls, and the things that are up on my wall are things that bring me special memories of events or people. They're not just random artwork. They have meaning to me. And, I've left some room in my home for little gifts that I've gathered over the years. And during the season, I try to make room for a few things I pull out that are more seasonal, that have memories. I like having space for those pieces rather than just filling every surface with decor, just for the look of it. Now, especially in the summer, when we're outdoors more, I do find that I don't want a lot of extra things cluttering up my house. And when we entertain, I do enjoy putting out a few little, seasonal touches here and there, just to make things feel a little more festive. But I've really cut back. on buying home decor just for the sake of it. I don't do near the shopping that I did even a year ago. I've slowed down. And you know what else? When I do buy things now, my favorite kind of shopping is when we're on a trip or we pop into a little town while we're camping somewhere. I love browsing through the old gift shops and especially the old thrift shops in those small towns, picking up little things here and there. You never know what you're going to find. And I'll pick up little things to give away to my family or my friends or things like that. And they just remind me of things that we've been doing and trips that we've been on. They just make me smile. And that's really my favorite way to shop now, not to just fill the house, but to, add some touches that have a story behind them. And you know what? We've also done a lot of our big home refresh already, like with furniture and things. Over the last few years, we've replaced some of our furniture, and I'm very happy with what we have now. And there is probably at some point we'll probably have to replace this big couch we have in our family room. I mean, I kind of want to replace that at some point, but it's still in good shape. We're not in a rush. And really at this point, if we do buy anything big for the house, it's really to replace something that's worn out at this point, not just to change the style. And even with groceries, I hardly go into the grocery store. I still go, but we do most of our shopping through delivery now, which really helps simplify things. I'll still run into Sam's Club once in a while, like to get steak or a few things, or if I just want to get out. I still do that. Or I'll stop by our natural grocery store. Occasionally I go into Walmart, very rarely anymore, but I have most of my staples delivered. And it has been one more a way to just cut down on just the busy errands and make life feel a little simpler. Now I want to share this because a lot of you can probably relate to this. I see a lot of videos out there titled Things I No Longer Buy After 50 or How to Do Swedish Death Cleaning or Big Minimalist Declutter Projects. And sometimes I do catch myself thinking, well, maybe I should, be doing something like that too. Maybe at this age, I should be going through every drawer and making big decisions about, I don't know, what to get rid of. I've done a little bit of that, and we've talked about that here, but here's what I'm learning, that it is really okay to just watch those ideas, take what fits, and just get rid of the rest. For me, I'm just not ready to do a big, I no longer buy this video because I don't feel like that's fully true for me. I'm still figuring it out. I think that's perfectly okay. I think at this stage of life, we don't need to follow anyone else's formula. We can kind of take what inspires us, customize it, make it our own, make it fit our life and our season of life that we're in. And we're all at different places. But that's the path I'm on, just being a little more mindful about what I buy and what I keep and what really brings me joy, but not trying to follow someone else's checklist. Honestly, it feels really good. I'm not trying to be perfect about it. I'm just moving more intentionally. I do think that that's something a lot of us will notice as we move through life. We want less clutter, not just in our homes, but in our minds and our schedules too. And I don't know, maybe being thoughtful about what we buy is one little way to support that. Now, I would like to hear if you've noticed this too in your own life. Are you rethinking what you bring into your home? Maybe not, but maybe there's one area that you're still trying to figure out. I know I am. I'm trying to figure out a lot of things. But I do always love hearing your thoughts. And I do get really good ideas. You help me so much by just sharing your own journey and your own tips. So I always welcome those. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. And I want to thank you so much for watching today. I hope you're doing well. Take care and let's keep on keeping on.